It's your destiny to greatness with Dr. C and Brothers Keeper. Today, where we've been, where we're going, and Friday trivia. And now, here are Dr. C and Brothers Keeper.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Your Destiny to Greatness. Dr. C here.
Hello, and this is Brothers Keeper.
Yes. So, how are you today?
I'm excited.
I am too. I am excited about just a lot of things. I'm excited just to see what is going to happen and come to be, and I'm just looking for greater.
Yes, yes, that's a good response.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking forward to talking about giving.
Oh, well, that's good, because today our topic is give and I'll give it back to you. You know, many times we sing it in church. Some people shouldn't be singing it, especially when they do that woo piece, which I'm not going to do. But nevertheless, it has a ring. But what we want to talk about today is the true meaning behind give and I'll give it back to you. Good?
Yes.
All right. So just give us a little minute. Stay right there, and we'll be back to talk about giving and getting. Welcome back to this episode of Destiny, your destiny to greatness, not just mine, but yours. And we're talking about giving. Sometimes people go right to that scripture in Luke 6:38. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over. And it continues to go on a little while longer, but it's more to it than just giving extra money in the offering plate.
Yes, because many times when I see a Bible verse, I try to look a few verses before that verse and a few verses behind it to give me a better understanding of what that verse is really about. Because, you know, we can take anything out of context, let's take it and make it fit what we're trying to do. But I think he was driving a point home about being generous, not being so judgmental, and understanding that everything we do has consequences, whether good or bad.
That's true. That's true. You know, many times I will tell young people that, you're in control of your choices, but not the consequences.
Yes, good point. Yes, because once they let it go,
I know.
It's out there.
Exactly.
And whatever's coming back is coming back.
And that's for any and all of us, of the different things that we do. I'm still just so excited about this Christmas season that we're in. And sometimes people get a little distraught because they may not have gifts that you can buy to give. But there's so much more that we can give. And when we give it in the right manner, we get things back immediately.
And many times they're looking at the tangible things. And the tangible things, they ain't going to sustain us in life.
No.
Because they're here today, going tomorrow.
They will fade.
But those intangible things and those things we do, and that character that we convey to others, that prudent character, it will go a lot further. And it might teach some things to people as they observe the way we act and carry ourselves. And I'm thinking that was part of what it was saying in Luke, as you stated earlier.
Yeah, definitely. And we also want to give of a forgiving spirit. We want to have that and be able to extend forgiveness to other people. Because, Brothers Keeper, if I can't forgive you, then there's no need of me even thinking that God's going to listen and hear me asking for forgiveness. He's not.
Yeah, and some people may say, well, I forgive you. Well, if you already got the wrong mindset in the beginning, that was just lip service, as you stated before in the earlier show. That's just lip service.
That's right.
Because there is nothing behind it. And for the same amount of lip service or forgiveness that they've given, it's pretty much the same amount that's going to come back, because we all fall short in one area or another,
Yes.
and we need
Yes.
forgiveness for one thing or
That is
another.
true.
But if we're unwilling to forgive for things that others have done, how can we be expected to be forgiven for the things that we do?
Don't even worry about it.
No.
Don't even think about it. And you're talking about this giving and getting back. Compassion.
Yes.
Compassion, I mean, these are things that are free.
Yes.
We don't have to scratch our heads and worry our little minds of, how we're going to be able to get this, how we're going to be able to pay for that. We don't, because that comes from the inside out. And maybe not everybody. There's always somebody that may treat you not so nice every now and then, or a lot of times. But when you are compassionate, there's so much compassion that is returned when you least expect it sometimes.
And people need to realize that part of our being that has the compassionate side, it has to be exercised.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
it's just like when we're weightlifting or doing jumping jacks or calisthenics or whatever we're doing.
Yes.
If we're not exercising it daily, it won't come to us so freely.
Well, that daily piece is important because I know several times I have embarked upon a new exercise regimen, and after a while something happens, life or whatever, and then I stop and I'm like, oh my gosh. So we have to do this consistently,
Yeah, and
not starting and stopping.
as you stated, once you stop that one day, and it gets so much easier not to do it the next
Right.
day, and then it gets even easier the next day, then before you know it, you're not doing it at all.
Not doing
And that's the same thing with the compassionate part. And if you're not used to being compassionate and giving to anyone, you just ain't gonna just up and just decide to do it one day. It's a process.
Yes.
That you got to mold yourself. You got to recalibrate your thinking, and it's just something that we must do.
That's right.
It's just the bottom line. We must do it in order to be able to get further in life.
Yes. Well, we want to get a little bit further into this, and even talk about or give some suggestions as to how to be on the giving so that you might receive great things. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. Give, and I'll give it back to you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit more on giving and receiving. And in that scripture in Luke, it was saying that, talking about pressed down and things running over. Well, I'm not opposed to having goodness come to me like that. So I know that I have to keep a mindset that I have to be giving on a continuous basis.
And not only giving on a continuous basis, giving without the thought of receiving something.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Just give because that is in your heart to give. And if something comes back, great. And if it doesn't, great.
Right. And the thing of it is, sometimes the things that we get back are not necessarily for us personally. It can also be for our family members.
Yes.
I'm just thinking about being obedient now and paying tithes.
Yes.
And, when you pay your tithes, it's not necessarily that you're going to get any monetary gifts back, but just to know that you're kept by the Lord, and your family members who may or may not be safe in His arms are still being kept. So it's something to this giving. It is. It's a lot to it, and it just helps us. It helps to free us, because if we're always keeping that closed hand and that closed fist, it's kind of hard for me to get something. Try to give me. I can't accept it because I want to hold on to what I have.
And it's funny you mention that. I've often told people that if you want God to give you something and your hands are already full, where's it going to go? The only way to receive something, whatever's in your hand, you may have to give it to someone else.
Yes.
Free it up to make some room for something new to come in.
Yeah.
So it'll run over.
Right.
But most of the time, if your hand's already closed, there's nothing going to go in.
Exactly. And you may not need anything monetary or physical, but you want that joy to be running over, your peace to be running over. In this time of year, it may be easy to get discouraged and well, I can't do this and I can't do that, but there's a lot you can do. For one, let's start giving. Let's trust God first and foremost, and maybe your mindset in how you give may change during this Christmas season. You might need to get on in that kitchen and bake some cookies and brownies, bag those up, and you can share with so many people and not have to worry about the expensive sweaters or electronics and all that good stuff. Let's get back to the true meaning of giving.
And we've often heard it. People say, be in the giving spirit.
It is a spirit.
Giving spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are many spirits out there, and I just thank God that I am able to exercise my giving spirit on a daily basis. And most of the time, I ask Him on a daily basis to allow me to be a blessing to someone every day.
Yes.
No matter whether it's giving someone $1 or two, a cup of coffee, opening a door for someone.
Yeah.
That's giving. You giving your time and your energy to help someone else to further their process. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I just want to be more and more in the position to give of me, give myself.
Yes.
We sing that song, I give myself away so that you can use me. Well, I want to be used. So therefore, I have to be more patient with those who are difficult and not so lovely. But that's my job. So I'm continuing to learn. And when people who are a little hard or rough around the edges, but when they see that we're consistent and we're going to be there no matter what, they tend to soften up a bit because we're giving all we have.
And as we soften up, as you say, honestly, I would say that we're forgiving ourselves too.
Yes, that's important.
Yes, because sometimes we can have a deep-rooted thought or issue, and it's just it's a driving force in what we do. And as we soften up, as you said, it's a process of us releasing it and forgiving ourselves for even thinking that way.
Right.
Because as we do that self-talk daily and analyze the way we're thinking and speaking, we'll forgive ourselves sometimes. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. And the more we forgive ourselves, we're tuning ourselves up to be able to forgive our neighbors.
Exactly.
And our fellow man.
That's right. So give. This has been beautiful.
Yes.
And I believe that it's timely for a right now season. So we're glad that you've been with us thus far. Don't leave, because Brother's Keeper is going to give us our trivia question. And I know it's good. So we'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, we're back.
Yes.
And it's time for Friday Trivia. And before we get to the question, there may be someone out there that needs some strength. Just know that God is there, and He will give you strength.
Yes.
Just as He gave strength to Samson. And our question today is, what was the source of Samson's strength?
Okay. So, just want to make sure that I got it. What was the source of Samson's strength? I like that. I like that. So, let us know what your answer is, the source of Samson's strength. And you can email your answer by tonight, by 11:59
p.m.
Yes. And even if you haven't before, let this be your first time. It's not the first person that gets the answer in. It's however many people respond, and then we throw that name into a computer generator and it pulls out the name. But we look forward to your participation. So email your answer to your.destinytogreatness gmail.com. Have wealth and beauty. Have wealth and beauty.
Hi, this is your tip for today. Now that the winter season has come, let us be mindful about cleaning our chimneys, cleaning our floor vents, cleaning our heating system, our heating ducts, because at this time there are very high chances of us having a house fire. And as the winter time approaches, I don't want anyone to be left out in the cold. So if you could just check your systems out and make sure they're functioning properly, we'll all be a lot better for it. And this is your tip for today. It's just me thinking again. I'm pretty sure none of us are going to be able to escape drama in the family and in the workplace and even in the church. But I'm here to tell you that we can always decide how we are going to react to it. If someone has done something to you that you don't like, we still have the ability to forgive them. And just remember, the amount of forgiveness that we give is going to be the amount of forgiveness someone gives back to us. See, I'm so excited about it, I'm all tongue-tied. But give, and it will be given back to you. It's just me thinking again.
We are destined for greatness.
Love. Love. Love is beautiful and is special, kind, so patient, and you deserve love. And I'll tell you exactly where you can get love from all the time, every day. And you can get that love from Jesus. If you accept Jesus, he will love you and you'll love him back. So let's share love so that we can get some love back in return. Go ahead and walk towards your destiny.
We are destined for greatness.